down. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Twitch is registering that I am now doing the darn thing. So, there's that. Gonna be picking up where we left off last time. Quite immediacy. We're gonna be slowly but surely slogging our way through Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy II as it was known in America, for the Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. I'm gonna be making my way through it in Japanese. Just trying to first let me move my cat because Juno say hi. Juno says hi, and now she says bye. Slowly but surely, I'm making our way through the game in Japanese and just doing the translation thing as I make my way through it. So it's not really like a quick get through the game for plot reasons type of situation. It's more like a let's see how much knowledge we can extract from what's being said in a foreign language here and have a good time with it. I recently discovered I'm into this weirdo kind of thing, and I hope that you will make the same discovery. Without further ado, I guess we will jump right in. If you watched any of my past streams of doing this, one viewer, I have a notepad up with the Japanese hiragana, or sorry, the game is in hiragana. The text dump that I am using has all of the text in, it has the kanji. I prefer kanji because the kanji letters have the meaning packed into the characters, whereas hiragana is kind of up to the context to tell you what's being said, and even then it can still be confusing. Hiragana is basically like the sound consonants, whereas kanji has no indication of the sound that it makes. Japanese people spend all of their school years learning kanji, just the 2000 everyday usage kanji, and they have nothing to go by other than memorization. So I've been using an app that teaches me 12 years worth of kanji in a year, with varying success. So other than that, yeah, we could jump right into it. Basically, think of kanji like think of kanji, think of like the word biology. This is like my favorite example. Think of the word biology. We know bio means life and ology means science. So imagine if instead of the letters BIO and OLOGY next to each other, there was just like a picture of something that represented life and then a picture of something that represented ology. And it would be up to us to spend our lives learning 2,000 of these different symbols, the bio and the ology, and all of the different pronunciations as they are in all of these different contexts, because the pronunciation of kanji is also subject to change, whether it's in a verb, an adjective, or a compound noun, or a noun by itself. There's a lot of things that come into play, and like I said, Japanese people have to learn all of this stuff over the course of a long time. But it's been very fun, very fulfilling, very interesting for me. But basically that kind of like tells you how so that's how kanji works. So strip away the picture in the examples that I gave you and write it back as BIOLOGY, and that would be the hiragana. So hiragana tells you the sound that's being made. Other than that, what's up, Savage? Appreciate you stopping by. Other than that, yeah, without further ado, yeah, we'll jump right into this. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up where I left off. It looks like the text, the first text that's here is them saying they're talking about the king doesn't want to see Kain until he's done what he's supposed to do, until he's dropped off the mist ring. But I think that text happens if I try to. My cat's tripping. That text will happen if I try to go back up in here. So let me see if I. Yeah, heika wa goribuku desu. Mistu no e bomu no yubi wa o todokeru made wa oitaku nai to moshite orimasu. The king doesn't want to see you until you've delivered the mist ring. Todokeru, deliver. So you've todokeru'd the mist ring. The mistu no yubiwa. Yubiwa is yubi is finger. Wa is literally ring. If you look up Ariana Grande's 7-ring tattoo, I think the wa in that kanji is the kanji that she had tattooed on her. But the 7-ring is a very specific thing. As famously indicated, the 7-ring in Japan is like a barbecue pit. But yubiwa just means finger ring, which, as we know, is just ring. Bomba no yubiwa is bomb ring. Here's Kane. Kane, doshita. Cecil says, sumanakatta Kane. And then Kane again says, mada sonna koto o itteru no ka. Omae rashiku mo nai. Omae rashiku mo nai. I don't think this text box is in my. Oh, it is right here. Doshita. Sumanakatta. Can't remember what that means, and there's no kanji for it on my spreadsheet either. Sumanakatta is another way of saying I'm sorry, because I'm also using other translation tools as I get through this. Sumanakatta Kane, and Kane says, Mada sonna koto o itteiru no ka. He's like, what are you saying? He's saying, are you still saying? Are you still apologizing? And he says, Omae rashiku mo nai. He's saying it's unlike Cecil to be continuing to apologize. Boku, Kane is referring to himself as Boku. Boku is a first person pronoun. Boku, ore, watashi. Those are all your I's. Those are all your different ways to say I, depending on a lot of different factors. Boku is kind of like a boyish way of referring to yourself. I'm not really sure how characteristic that is of Cecil yet this early in the game. But he says, Boka wa heika no meire de. So that's heika is the king. No, think of no like and it's either like an apostrophe S sometimes. So heika no meire is like the heika's meire, which is the king's orders. It also works as like a reverse of. So it might say, heika no meire would be meire of the heika, which would be the orders of the king, which in this situation it still makes sense. Orders of the king, king's orders. But sometimes it can be very much one way or the other when translated, as I'm sure we'll stumble on. Heika no meire de. De being a postpositional way of saying by the way of, or by way of, or by the method of. Heika no meire de. Heika no meire de. Let's see what these. There's a lot of kanji here that I'm not familiar with. Ankoku ken o kiwameta. So he's saying that he's mastered the arts of the dark sword. So by the orders of the king, I've mastered the dark sword arts. Demo, or wait, let me pull it up in the game. I don't want to get ahead. Heika no meire de Ankoku ken o kiwameta. Demo, sore wa beran o mamoru ta me de tsumi mo nai hitobito kara ryakudatsu o. So he's referring to the ryakudatsu that they committed against the tsumi mo nai hitobito. Tsumi mo nai means without sin. It's basically a way of saying innocent. Hitobito, hito is person or people. Hitobito very much just means plural people. This is hitobito right here. Hitobito kara. Kara is again another example of Japanese postpositionalism, where from to say a noun and then kara is from that noun. Kara works very much, as far as I've seen so far, very much exactly as from does in English, except it just goes at the end. So you could say from somewhere, from someone, from something, very much exactly how you'd expect it. That's kara. Tsumi mo nai hitobito kara ryakudatsu. He's referring to the robbery that they committed against the tsumi mo nai hitobito. So tsumi mo nai, innocent, hitobito, people, kara, ryakudatsu. So he's gonna say what they stole, what they ryakudatsu. Ryakudatsu is robbery. Suru tame de wa nakata wa zuda. I don't know none of that. Tsumi mo nai hitobito kara. He's just referring that he's just saying that they looted from innocent people, and that was crazy. Watch out, Juno. Excuse us. Thank you very much. And so then after that, Cain is coming back again. If you know anything about this game, you know Cain is a little bit, Cain's motives are very dubious for the majority of the game. So he's like trying to buddy up to Cecil and trying to fake empathize with him. Spoilers, Cain is treacherous as heck. He says son nani jibun no sameru na heika ni mo okangae ga atte no koto da. I don't know what any of that says. Sonna Jibun is self, and then Heika is king again, or His Highness, His Majesty. Heika very specifically means His Majesty or Your Majesty. So that's how they're referring to the king. Sonna ni Jibun o. Let me get to the right thing. Just enjoy the sounds of Nobuo Uematsu as we slowly but surely translate. Sonna ni jibun o someru na. Someru na. Okay, so semeru. Semeru means to blame. Na is a shortened version of nai, which negativizes whatever came before it. Sonna ni jibun o semeru na. So basically, Cain is telling him, don't blame yourself too much for committing that robbery against the Mysidia people where they stole the crystal from. And then Heika ni mo okaen gateru no koto da. That exactly says Heika ni mo o kangae ga atte no koto da. He's referring to the fact that it was the king's idea. It was also the king's idea. Mo is kind of way of saying even or also, to as well. So heika ni mo o kangae ga atte no koto da. Cain omae ga urayamashi yo. Urayamashi. That's an adjective. Adjectives, especially the standard adjectives, are going to end with E more often than not. Japanese sentences always end in either a complete sentence will always end in either a noun or an adjective. Adjectives can also function as verbs, and they are also subject to conjugation. In this case, urayamashi. Urayamashi is a word that I've never heard before. He's basically saying he envies Cain. So let's find out exactly how. Let's take another step further and find out exactly. Jealous. So sometimes, yeah. So also, a Japanese complete sentence can end in a verb or an adjective. A Japanese complete sentence can also consist only of a, hey, what's up, Peru? Japanese sentence can also consist, a complete sentence can only consist of just a verb or an adjective in a very, like, even in very formal settings. You can say, in this case, urayamashi, just to say, I'm jealous of you. The context, if the context is implied and obvious, you can just say that, and that would be, it will speak for itself. So let's move on to the next line. Ore no chichi mo ryu kishi datta. Ryu kishi. Dragon Knight. Ryu Kishi. I do know that. I figured that out as I was sitting here. Ryu Kishi is Dragon Knight. So he's referring to the fact that Cain is a dragoon, as we know. You know, he uses a lance, and he uses moves like jump, which are characteristic of the knight characters throughout the Final Fantasy series, such as Freya, Cid Highwind. Cain also, perfect example. Cain's last name is Highwind. Cid's last name is Highwind in Final Fantasy VII. That's obviously a throwback to this. Cain. So let's decipher this whole sentence. I don't want to say decipher though, because I'm trying to get away from Japanese feeling like I'm translating a code, and more so to just understanding it natively. So that means, okay, ore no, okay, so this is actually easy. Maybe I should have known this one. Ore no chichi mo ryu kishi datta. So he's saying, here's that mo again. So he's saying ore no chichi is father. So ore, again, as I said a moment ago, ore is another first person pronoun, a way of saying I. Ore no chichi mo ryu kishi datta. So he's saying, I, ore no chichi, father, ore no chichi, mo, also, ryu means dragon, as in shoryuken, which means rising dragon fist. It's also the kanji, or sorry, the katakana in Dragon Knight's name. Dragon Knight's name is Kairyu, which means king dragon. Ryu kishi datta means Ryu's dragon. Kishi is knight, and datta is the past tense of desu, or dat, which means was, because again, Japanese sense is always in the verbs. So ore no chichi mo ryu kishi datta means my father was also a dragon knight. Ankoku ken o, that's the dark sword. Ankoku ken o kiwamereba kaikyu mo agaru daro ga ore ni wa kochi no hou ga. I know what this means in pieces, but the whole thing together is confusing. So let's paste that also. Ankoku ken o. Ankoku ken o kiwamereba kaikyu mo agaru daro ga. If you master the dark sword, your rank will rise. But ore ni 俺には、コーチの方が、show ni au, but this suits me better. So he's saying, you're a dark knight, but being a dragoon knight suits me, Kane, better. That's what shu ni au means. Shu ni au. Au means to suit or to fit or to meet or to. Basically, this is how I picture like au working. That's these last two syllables here. A u. それに竜騎士で、いれば、幼い頃. So osanai, that has something to do with their childhood. They've known each other since childhood. Osanai koro means time. Shini wa kareta chichi o itsu demo kanjirareru kiga shite na. Yeah, this is some good stuff. I say that because it's so crazy to me to imagine all of this. I'm obviously, if you're a native speaker, all of this makes immediate sense, but to me, it's so crazy. But I guess that's the beauty of like learning a foreign language. それに竜騎士でいれば、幼い頃死に別れた父をいつでも感じられ気がしてな。The translation I'm getting for that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, so I'm gonna move on. Basically, the ireba is reba basically means make something like conditional, like if. But the translation I'm getting says, if you're a dragon knight, you can always feel the father who died when he was young. I mean, this is obviously Kane talking, but again, I'm not making a lot of sense of what he's saying, so let's skip through that. Cecil says dots, 4 dots, because why not? And then Kane says rashikunai wa nashi o shite shimatta na. Tomokaku kangae sugiru na. Sugiru na. So again, he's telling Cecil. I think he's telling Cecil not to worry about it, but let's double check. It makes sense. Kane is yeah, he's telling them don't think too much. Omae ga sonna ja hajiai ga nai. Genju o taosu no wa ore da zo. That's Kane talking. They're talking about they have to kill the mist monster tomorrow. And here's Cecil coming in with another boku mo, which means I too. Boku mo make wa shinai. What is Cecil saying? Boku mo. This seems to be a simple sentence. Oh yeah, he's basically saying I won't lose. Boku mo make wa shinai. I won't lose either. Because mo also works in negative sentences, but if the verb is negative, then it'll be translated into a negative meaning of also, which means neither. Kane says, Asu wa hayai, hayaku yasume. He says, rest quickly, rest soon, get some rest soon. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I want to move along with the story. I don't want to spend forever messing around out here. So Cecil has to get to his tower, Oh, he also has to get to these treasure chests. And these are easy. Takadabe ko kara, a whole lot of giru, teni ireta. Again, here we are. Teni ireta basically means inserted into hand, which is how all Japanese RPGs that I've came across so far say that you obtained something. They say it entered your hand. Teni ireta. Eteru ga haitte ita. I don't know what eteru. I think that might be tent. I think the eteru might be the tent. Oh no, this is the tent. Tento ga haitte ita. So a tent was inside. Item. Mahole is magic. Soul beat is equipment. I think this is status. Yeah, status. Yeah, this is obviously status, but that pronunciation is funny to me. I'm not gonna go down each and every one of those because that would not be fun. Narabi kae. So this is obviously the order. Taike. And this is Oron. What is this? Katakana is funny because you have to sit up here, and I personally have to sit up here and sound it out until it makes sense. But I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Oron. Oh no, Roa I'll come back to that. Okay, so this is ether. This is an ether. Eteru. Eteru is an ether. You can tell because it says MP at the top. It'll restore your MP. MP o kaifuku shimasu. So basically says it will restore it. So that's so I got 48 gil, a tent, and an ether. Notoriously, the Japanese version of this game is harder, so I'm gonna try to conserve my stuff. I'm not going to. I talked to those people on my last playthrough, but I'm not gonna spend any time dealing with them. I don't want to talk to white mages. I don't want to talk to black mages. I'm just gonna look around and just see if there's any items that I might want. But I think this way will take me out of the tower, so I'm not gonna go that way either. Straight down will take me out of the castle to the world map. I don't think that's the right way right now either. Okay, so this way will take me to Cecil's tower, where he's gonna rest and he's gonna reflect on everything again. He's obviously where we are in the story. Cecil he doesn't have a whole lot of confidence in me. He doesn't have a whole lot of confidence in what the king is doing because the king is making them do evil things like take the crystal, like they robbed the village of their magical crystal. And Cecil, he's used to being an honorable knight of the Red Wings. Koko wa dai bera ni tsutawaru homotsu ga anchi sarete ite tachiiri wa kinji. I don't know what he's saying, so we're just gonna check it out. So yeah, so this is that other tower. Kono to wa tachiiri kinshi desu. Kono to, that means this tower or this door. The verb that he used at the end, I'm not familiar with. So anyways, yeah, we're just gonna go to Cecil's tower. I'm just looking around, making sure there's no items that I don't miss. Because who wants to miss items in the Final Fantasy game? Let me see what my stream's looking like. Hey, thanks AMSR Queen. What's up, Slim? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. This is Rosa. And Rosa comes out and says, Seshiru, which is how Cecil's name is pronounced. Confirmed, Cecil's name in Japanese is actually Cecil. And Rosa's his love interest, and she's Yokatta Buji datta no ne, which basically means I'm glad you're okay. Amari kyū na ninmu datta no de shinpai shita wa. She's saying she was worried. Shinpai is worried. Shinpai shita wa. And this is Kane or Cecil talking. He says, Bujisa bokura wa mute ko na madoshi aite ni kizu nado oihashinai, which I don't know what any of that is. So let's paste it in there and see what's being said. Let's scroll down till we find Rosa. Here we are. It's way down here. So yeah, so I guess they did have text boxes for all those conversations that I was having, but I didn't want to sit there and have them. So yeah, Yokatta Buji datta no ne. That means yeah, I'm glad to see. I'm glad you're okay, basically. Amari, what's she saying? Oh no, we're down to Cecil. So he's a Buji sa bokura wa. Let's paste this whole thing into my secret translation tool that turns my face white. So he's saying we're safe. He's basically assuring her that he's saying mute ko na madoshi aite ni kizu nado oi wa shinai. They won't inflict damage on any non-resisting mages. And she's gonna Cecil him again, Seshiru, and she's ato de anata no heya ni iku wa. So he's saying behind you is your room, which is ato de, which is in the behind, which basically is behind you. Anata no heya, anata is your. No, again, apostrophe S. Heya ni iku wa. And Cecil says which is kind of like an agreement. It's not like like a pleasure. It's like it's like a way of saying yes. So she walks off, and then she stops and looks back because she loves her some Cecil, and then she walks off for good. So Cecil's gonna go. Sid is gonna pop out here shortly. Again, I'm just exploring. These are the mage prisoners that we took from the kingdom of Mysigia. Well, like I said, not gonna spend too much time down there. I'm gonna get up here. There's Sid already. He's Madotta ka Seshiru. This little thing extends the syllable directly before it. So let's find. So yeah, here's his name, Shido, which is Sid. So let's find his text box. Alright, so he's saying you came back, Cecil. Wrong window. I have to do a lot of clicking around in order to get through this. I'm glad that y'all are hanging out with me while I do this madness, because I'm a madman and my brain is just always like do crazy things. Keep yourself sharp. Rosa ga shinpai. So he's saying Rosa worried about you. Shitotazo. Rosa o nakasetara. Kono washi ga yudu san karana. So washi is an old man way of saying I. Whenever you see, if ever you venture out and decide to play a Japanese game, a Japanese RPG, or any game really, this is how the Deku tree also refers to himself in Zelda. Washi means it's an old man way of saying I. Kono washiga, so I guess he's saying this old man, referring to himself. Again, that's a very common thing to do based on my experience. Kono washiga yudu-san karana. So let's see what he's saying. Rosa was worried, and he's saying if you make Rosa cry, yeah, this is an idiomatic phrase. I translated this last time, but he's saying if you make Rosa cry, this old man is, this old man will be mad, basically. Wrong window. Tokoro de washi no kawaii hiku te wa bujika. Okay, so this is a good sentence for me to pick apart. I actually understand this whole sentence. Tokoro de is, by the way, washi, again, old man, first person pronoun. Washi no kawaii, kawaii, as I'm sure you all know, is cute, or my cute little hikute, which is his airship. So he's like, Tokoro de washi no kawaii hikute wa bujika. So he's basically saying, this is my cute little airship, okay? He loves Sid, we love Sid, and Sid loves his airships. Oh, thanks for the cheer, Peru, I appreciate that. I got me some bits. That's what this is. I didn't know that's what that was. I haven't been affiliate that long, so I'm still learning my way around Twitch, but I don't want to dwell on that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Slim, appreciate it. Omae no buka wa arapokute ikan. That's a tough one. Omae means you. Omae no. I recognize some of the kanji here, but I don't ultimately know what's being said. He's saying he's talking about Cecil's subordinates, the rest of the Red Wings. He's saying that they're tough. Nanja. Okay, he's saying that they're rough. He's saying that they're rough, meaning basically he's worried. He's tacking that onto his question about his airship being okay, because Cecil's subordinates can get a little roughhousey and foolhardy. Nanja ukanai ka oshite. Ukanai ka oshite. I don't know that phrase either. Nanja. And learning all the pronunciation of the hiragana took like a week to where I can kind of like read it left to right. But even then, I still have to take my time. So he says, Nanja ukanai ka ushite. He's saying, so this is another idiomatic phrase. He's asking him, why doesn't your face float? Which is basically, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that he's saying, why are you looking so sad? Why the long face? What's wrong? Basically. Ukanai is not floating. Kao is face, and shite, which is these two syllables right here. Shite means to do. A lot of things can suru. Shite is a conjugation of suru, or another form of suru. A lot of nouns become verbs by way of suru. If you spend a little bit of time learning Japanese, you'll pick up on that. Think of it as like objectification versus objectify. You can switch it in English to a noun or to a verb by way of just like tacking on some things. Japanese works a lot of the same ways in a lot of different scenarios. So this is Sid asking him, why isn't his face floating? What's wrong? And this big right angle thing is the quotation mark that indicates that Cecil is talking. For whatever reason, it does not populate Cecil's name to the left whenever he is talking. But this thick right angle quotation lets you know that it's Cecil talking. He says, Jitsu wa shidu. Jitsu wa shidu. And I don't know what that means. I've never heard Jitsu wa. Oh. So I guess this is the truth is, the truth is Sid, and Sid's gonna cut him off. Nanjato, Ginju no Tobotsuni. There's some more stuff that I don't know. Nanja is like an old man way. So Sid is talking in like an old man affectation. But I'm not gonna do an old man voice because I'm not crazy. So Nanjato is kind of like, what did you say or what are you saying? Genju no Tobatsuni. It says asking them about the phantom beast that they have to kill tomorrow after Cecil goes to bed. The phantom beast being the mist monster that's going to yell at us when we're in his cave, telling us to turn back. He's gonna say it's very dangerous. Go back, and we're gonna like kill him pretty easily because this ain't our first rodeo. Omae igai ni akai tsubasa o shikireru yatsu ga oruka. I don't know what any of that said. I know some of this. Omae, other than you, omae igai ni Akai Tsubasa. Oh, so Akai is red, Tsubasa is wing. That's the name of, if you know anything about Final Fantasy IV, that's the name of his red wing fleet. Akai Tsubasa. Let's paste this whole phrase into our super duper secret translation tool. So basically, Sid's just asking, is there anyone other than you who can, be in charge of the Red Wings? Mataku heika wa do sare tanja. Shingata no hikute o sukure to osharuga. I move away from my microphone. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Focus. Right. Play with me. I lost where I was. I'm not gonna spend too much time translating Sid's voice talk because I want to get to. What happened to His Majesty? He said that I should make a new type of airship. So Sid is asking what's up with the king. He's telling him to make a new type of airship, and he doesn't know why, I guess. Washi wa hikute o hito doroshino. Washi wa. So he's talking about his airship again. He could tag. So he's saying I don't want my airships to be a tool for killing people. And then he says dogu ni nazo. Oh, I forgot to turn my TV off. That's ghetto. I apologize. 1 second, y'all. I was just watching a little Netflix before I kicked off my stream. Disregard. There we go. That's taken care of. Um. Dogu ni nazo shitaku naiんじゃ。machi no mono, fushigi ga toru. Fushigi is mysterious. If you know Bulbasaur's Japanese name, it's Fushigi Dane, which is very literally mysterious seed. So Fushigi ga toru. He's saying the village people are the city people. Machi no mono. This is a situation where the no is less of a apostrophe s and more of a reverse of. So the mono of the machi, which is the mono, which is people, another way of saying like the people of the city of the machi means city, are also, here's the mo again, mo fushigi ga toru. So the people of the city are also mysterious. I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm sure it makes sense in English, but that's what he's saying. The people of the city are also mysterious. Tomokaku, you know, we're gonna Sid, we're gonna talk to you later, bro. Thank you. Here's some type of handmaiden or some type of lady who's doing stuff. Beddo no shitsu wa, this is very obviously bed sheets. Beddo no shitsu wa torikae te okimashita. Myucho shupatsu nasaru toka konya wa yukkuri o yasumi kudasai. So he's saying tonight, konya wa konya tonight, yukkuri is basically taking it easy. Yukkuri is a way of saying like take it easy. So she's saying konya wa yukkuri o yasumi kudasai. So please rest and take it easy tonight in your clean sheets. The line directly above, shupatsu nasaru toka. She's saying, she's referring to the fact that they depart tomorrow. She had a cool little text box. If I was not playing this on Twitch, I would be taking this a little bit slower, but realistically, I know people are trying to see some plot stuff, so we're not going to sit and dwell and do a whole lot of stuff. This is where I ended off my first or my second stream of this, with the tick-tock of the clock. Hey Kawa, what's happened to the king? He's basically saying the king has changed. Izenwa, before now. Naito toshitemo na owase yasashiku tsuyoi okata datta. Tsuyoi is strong. So he's referring to the fact that the knights he used to be a strong and brave knight. Yasashiku tsuyoi okata datta. Minna shigono boku ya ken o jibun no kodomo no you ni sodatete kureta. Misidia no crystal kuristaru mute ko na murabito kara ubatte made teni ireneba nara. It's tough to see what that is. Naranu hodono mono nanoka mere to wae anna kotoa. So he's just reflecting on all the crazy stuff the king's having him do. He's just saying, I used to be a strong and noble knight, and now the king's got me doing a whole bunch of treacherous stuff. I am getting a text. Yes, just wanting to. We've been at this for almost an hour. Rosa is still talking. Nani ga atta no. Ending the sentence with no is common for women. The man version of that, if it's not a question. If it's a question, a man can also end it with no. A man, if it's a declarative statement, he will end it with either a no des or a nda. For instance, like, let me think of an example. Soto de wa atsuinda, which basically means it's hot outside, in a very, very manly way. It almost, I had a lot of time, and I spent a lot of time trying to understand nda or no des and how they really work and what they really mean in Japanese. I'm going to also turn this other screen off because it's throwing things off. Nda is basically is just saying it's the case. So it turns whatever comes before it into a clause, because you can make anything in Japanese a clause if you suffix it. You can make anything, any clause, however long, a adjective. So you could say, like, the people who are standing over there eating hot dogs in the rain. Basically, you would all you would have to do is say standing over there eating hot dogs in the rain, and then put people at the end of that clause, and now you have made that whole thing an adjective to describe those people. Whereas again in English you say people who are standing over there eating hot dogs in the rain, in Japanese you would say standing over there eating hot dogs in the rain people, so on and so forth. So Japanese allows you to do that with anything. So if you put something, so by saying no da or no desu, you're basically saying it is the case that this clause is what's going on. So it functions like a way of explaining something. So like if somebody's like, why did you come back inside? You would say, soto de wa atsuinda, which means, it's that it's hot outside. It's an explanation, more or less. But when it's a question, a woman can just end it with no. Anyone can end it with no. If it's a woman making the statement, she would say atsui no, which basically is the equivalent of atsuinda. I said all that just to explain her no here at the end of this sentence right here. That's what this is. This is a no. Nani ga atta no. 急にミスジアへ行ったかと思えば現住と没に行くなんて、それに戻ってきてから変よ。So let's see what she's saying. I'm curious. So this is more soldiers that I could have talked to but chose not to. Oh, I'm at the bottom of this. I'm at the bottom of this segment. Yes. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna have to paste some more text. Is this the next chapter? No, couldn't be. Oh, here it is. Way down here. Okay. The fact that I'm so close to the end of this chapter, I'm going to finish this chapter today on stream. The game isn't segmented into chapters, but the text is. So, I'm just going to paste my little text dump. And find Rosa talking. Here she is. Nani ga atta no. So we're going to paste this whole thing into my secret translation tool that turns my face white. See if y'all can guess what it is. So, 何があったの? The translation doesn't make sense. I will tell y'all what it says, but it doesn't make sense. 何があったの? 急にミシジアへ行ってかと思えば、厳重討伐に行くなんてそれに戻ってきてからへんよ。Which is she's saying, if you suddenly went to Mysidia, you wouldn't go to subdue the Phantom Beast, and it would be strange after you came back. But there's a ka in here somewhere, which means that some of this is a question. Cecil says, Iya nan temonai. Iya nan temonai. He's like, no, that's not even it. That's what I think that says. But that's probably wrong. But I want to think that it's right. Nandemonai. He's saying no, nothing. So he's writing her off. He's turned away from her. He's facing the wall. He's trying to be cold-hearted towards Rosa, and she's gonna obviously, of course, probably take a step forward there. That was called it. Dattara kochi o muite. I don't know what that says either. Oh, pretty sure she's referring to him turning away from her. Oh no, she's saying if that's true, turn this way. Kochi's this way. Kochi o muite. Muite means is a command, is an imperative way of saying if that's the truth, then turn this way. Look me in my eyes, basically is what she's saying. Here's some somber music to enhance the tone of the conversation that they're having. So here's the big right angle. Boku wa misijia de tsumi mo nai hitobito kara kristalu o kono ankoku kishi no sugata doyo boku no kokoro mo. He's saying we took the crystal from innocent people. Kono ankoku kishi no sugata. This, again, you would say this person as a way of referring to yourself in Japanese. It's not informal, it's not weird. So he's saying kono ankoku kishi. So he's like, this dark night. Kono ankoku. Let's translate this whole thing. Just enjoy the sounds of Nobuo Uematsu. Kono ankoku kishi no sugata doyo boku no kokoro mo. So he's saying his heart is dark like his nightness, or it makes more sense in Japanese, but he's saying he's a dark knight, his heart is also dark. Kokoro mo. Kokoro mo is heart also. Boku no kokoro mo. This is what this is. Boku no kokoro mo. My heart also. So he's making progress and turning towards her. He's not looking at his feet. And she's, Anata wa sonna hito janai wa. You're not that kind of person. That's easy. Anata wa, that's you. Sonna hito, that kind of person. Janai wa, not. That's a negative, that's basically a way of saying not. So you're not that kind of person. Boku wa hei kane wa sakarae nai oku. There's some paranormal activity that happens in my house whenever it's just outside of my earshot. Oku. Why am I hearing myself? Hello. Test. I hope this is right. I feel like I'm hearing myself twice. Interesting. Okibyo nan koku kishi-sa. Ankoku kishi. Every time I say ankoku kishi, that's him referring to himself as a dark knight. Whenever I get into combat, one of his commands is also ankoku something, referring to his dark knight abilities, because he's a dark knight. But let's translate this sentence. Boku wa hei kane whole bunch of stuff, copy, and paste. So he's saying he's basically disparaging himself. He says, I'm a dark knight who can't, or I'm a timid dark knight who can't, he can't, he's basically saying I can't refuse my king. I can't challenge the king. Basically, he's saying he doesn't have the gumption to, gumption, by the way, shout out to Scary Spice. She's basically saying, yes, he doesn't have the heart to challenge his king. So she's Akai Tsubasa no Sheshiro wa Cecil of the Red Wings. Akai is red, Tsubasa wings. Akai Tsubasa no Sheshiro of the Red Wings wa Sonna Yowane ne wa Yowane Hakanai wa Zuyo. Let's translate that because I don't know what that says. Because I'm still learning. I know quite a bit. She's, I guess what she's saying is a little bit of an idiom, or a little bit of a basically she's saying Cecil of the Red Wings shouldn't make such a soft noise, but I think she's saying that he's speaking kind of weakly, just talking timid. Watashi no suki na seshu, the Cecil that I love. Watashi no suki na suki. To say that you like something in Japanese, you say it's likable. So suki is actually an adjective in Japanese. Suki na Cecil, the Cecil that is likable to me, or my likable Cecil, which is basically the Cecil that I love. Watashi no suki na seshiru wa asu wa misuto yukun desho. Anata ni moshimono koto ga attara watashi. Watashi is a sometimes feminine pronoun, but it's mostly neutral. It could be used in very formal settings. I think she's definitely being feminine when she's using it. If you have something to do, ashita wa misuto ikun desho. You're going to the mist tomorrow, right? Desho is basically saying right. Anata ni moshimono koto ga attara. If you have something to do, I ... And she's going to fall into a squat. Shinpai iranai sa. He's saying, no need to worry. There's nothing to worry about. Kane mo isho da. Kane and I will be together. Those are easy. I love them when it's easy. Mo osoi kimi mo yasumonda, or yasumunda. Mo osoi. Oh, he's telling her she should rest too. It's already nighttime. Mo ban. Ban is that's the same ban from how Japanese people. There's kanji, there's katakana, there's hiragana. The kanji is only in the notepad. There's no kanji in the game, as far as I know. Everything in the game is hiragana and katakana. So if you're curious how to pronounce some of these kanji, stick around because I will be walking you through some of that. I tried to make this big. Let me see if I can zoom this in. But you will not get far in Japanese if you don't learn the kanji. So it is very necessary. Kanji, all things of Japanese will enhance, all aspects of learning Japanese will enhance one another. Learning the kanji and their pronunciation will enhance your ability to hear and speak Japanese, as well as your ability to read it, and vice versa, because those are all three separate things. Hearing it, speaking it, and reading it. Those are three separate things, three separate educational paths. You could do any one of those things and not do the other two, and you could be proficient. You could be proficient maybe at hearing Japanese and not know how to read it. You could know how to read it and not know how to hear it or speak it. You could be able to look at it and know what's being said without being able to pronounce what's being said. So three very separate things that you have to learn in tandem with each other. So it is necessary to learn the kanji to complement all of those. So he's saying, mo osoi, it's late already. Kimi mo yasunda. So he's saying you should rest too. And Rose is gonna tell him to be careful. Japanese people say be careful by telling someone to attach ki to something. Ki being the same ki that's in like genki, which is basically spirit energy. So ki very literally means energy, but in a very abstract way. So she's saying attach ki, which basically again means attach energy, which basically means be careful. Ki o tsukete ne, and she's gonna walk off. Ki o tsukete ne. That's how she sounds when she says ki o tsukete ne seshiru. Arigato, Rosa. That's thank you, Rosa, obviously. Daga boku wa ankoku kishi. I'm a dark knight. Kimi to wa. I've been studying Japanese for half a year. I've been on a bit of a hiatus from it. I have two apps that I'm primarily using. One of them is called, it's a book that I am just finishing the intermediate level of. It's called The Human Japanese. The full version, there's two books that I found. There was a beginner and an intermediate, and I think they're $20 each. It took me about 3 months each to get through them. And there's another app that I'm using to learn the kanji. It's like a memorization thing that forces you, it tests you on it in rotations. That's $10 a month. And you basically just have to remember the kanji, and it just throws them at you, and it dumps them on you mercilessly. And if you get behind, like I did, you will look at it and you'll get very discouraged, and you will want to start over. So that's where I'm at with it right now. But 6 months, 6 months of learning it already has me quite ahead of the curve, but I'm nowhere near any sort of proficiency. I'm very Japanese illiterate still, but that's the beauty of it to me. There's still so much to learn, and I'm just enjoying wow, this music is making my little speech right now sound way more serious and heartfelt than I intend for it to. I'm just a goofy dude with a goofy brain who's just trying to learn Japanese. Don't let the background music make it sound like some type of motivational phrase or motivational speech or something like that. I'm just talking. I'm gonna get out of this music because this I have not heard of Japanese from zero. Daga boku wa ankoku kishi kimi to wa. Oh, that's such a short phrase. I guess I can translate it real fast. What is Japanese from zero? Do tell. Kimito wa, with you. Kimito. To is with. To is definitely with or and. And you. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'm a dark knight, and you, ... I think he's saying, he's a dark knight, and she's a nice person. She's a sweet lady, so he can't be wrapping her up in his BS. All right. All right. Ikuka seshiru. Ateni shiteru ze Kane. And then Kane says, it's a series of books that's supposed to help understand Japanese via writing and reading. Well, I have little to no interest in physically writing Japanese because that's going to be probably the fourth monster, the fourth head of the beast that I'm just probably going to just let live, honestly, because learning how to write all the radicals are the different parts that make up the kanji, and just learning how to write those. I already have bad handwriting in English. It would be an exercise in futility for me at this point in my life. I would spend a lot of time learning how to write it. I guess I probably could write some of it if I absolutely needed to, but I'm just going to send a text. I'm just going to type it out on my iPhone and do what I need to do. But yes, I will look into that book. Reading Human Japanese has been very helpful. I feel like it's catapulted my understanding way far ahead, and I have all these other tools that I'm also going to jump into whenever I'm finished with those. Whenever I allow myself to get back immersed into it, I guess I'm kind of playing this to kind of re-jog my interest in doing it. I'm not going to dwell on these text boxes. Let's get to some plot. We got some music. Oh, this is about to be the Final Fantasy theme, and this is about to kick up in a major way. This is going to be cool. Let me set this controller down. Yes. Final Fantasy theme. Are y'all ready for this? Oh, there's gonna be some text here. But it's gonna go by so fast, and I'm not smart or fast enough to read and understand it. Kakushite Berankoku Hiku Teidan Akai Tsubasa no Booze. So it's talking about the Kingdom of Baron, the red wings of the Kingdom of Baron. Sono ga Hoku Ryu Kishi, the Dragon Knight came. Hinki Berenju o Ato Hidobito no Yume de Atta Amagakeru Fune Hikute, that's airship. Daga Sono Hikute no something about the airship again. Yokubo yeah, I don't know. It's so fast. Hikute dan Akai Tsubasa Yori Sai Kyo no Gunjugu no Soshite no Naze Amata no Mamono ga holy hell. Yes. So as you can see, 6 months of learning Japanese, still got a long way to go. So this is about the crystal. Tada shigaka ni sono hikari o tatae taite. So that's the light of the crystal is shining. That's appropriate to the sound of the Final Fantasy theme, talking about the light of the crystal. Ba, 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 ba. Although this music is a bop. Let's explore a little bit. Okay, so there's nothing down here. I think there's only... Yeah, the only thing there is to see from here is the way forward, I believe. There's a side island over here. Oh, I guess there is a little bit I can explore. Hold on, is this the cave I'm supposed to be going to? This is the Mist Cave. Let's come back. Alright, we get into some battles. Tatakau, that means attack. Ankoku, that's the dark arts that Cecil practices. So if I click on that, he will sacrifice a little bit of his health to damage his enemies in a major way because that's dark, and he's a dark knight, and that's what he does. So I'm gonna tatakao this fella. Oh, you love to hear it. 28 giru teni attack. I got 28 gil. I could sit up here and do the Japanese. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to try to do the Japanese pronunciation for the numbers. It will take me a long time to dig in my brain, to dig those out of my brain, but I will do it. And I think I have a cheat sheet somewhere around here that I can also use. 75 no Keikin Keikinshi o eta. You got 75 experience points. So let's see what's over here on this other side, across this other bridge. I think it's just a dead end. Yes, this is just the. Yeah, this is just a dead end. So there's nothing to see anywhere except going towards this cave. So it's Tatakao, these dudes. They're called Furo Tai Boru. Floaty ball. Floaty ball. That's what those things are called. Or floaty ball. Maybe it's floaty ball. I wonder if that said preemptive attack. And those dive by katakana is fun. Sounding out katakana is fun. It's like a little game to me. I never figured out how to. There you go. I spent so much time the last time I played this trying to figure out how to take items out of battle, and I could not do it. So this is subete moteiku. Subete moteiku means take. Mote means carry. Iku means go. So to say to take something in Japanese, you say you moteiku, which means to carry it and go. Subete means all, so subete is subete moteiku, take it all and go, or just take it all. And we're gonna finish. For whatever reason though, that button doesn't seem to work. I'm gonna try it again, but I couldn't get it to work on my first playthrough. Subete moteiku. That should put everything into my item stash. This music here is a bop too. I just want to say thanks to everybody who stopped by. Ankoku, item, that's obviously items. I don't need any items right now. Tatakao is attack. This is Jampu. This is to jump with Ken. Jampu. So he's gonna jump. But yeah, if y'all are still here, Wavy and Savage, if y'all have any interest, in learning even like just a little bit of Japanese, just like I said, the Human Japanese app that I use started off really really slow. It was very instrumental to my learning. Just take the time, just learn a little hiragana and a little katakana. That alone will put you so far ahead. If you just learn a little hiragana, a little katakana, and like some basic words like me, you, and even just like some basic like grammar rules. Like I said, Japanese is like a post participle, postpositional language, which means where we say for the noun. Japanese will say noun for the. So if you learn like a bunch of those little grammar rules and a little hiragana, a little katakana, this is potion, so that's easy. Yeah, I couldn't get that to work. I couldn't get that to work in my first playthrough. I don't know what's up with that, but it works now, so I'll take it. I left behind a lot of items that I would have rather not left behind in my first playthrough. So I'm glad that at least that gets rectified. What's up, JC? Appreciate you stopping by. Hiki kae shinasai. He's telling us to turn back. Oh, she's emoting at me. Nani mono da. Nani mono da. That's one of my favorite Japanese phrases. That's a very gruff way of saying who goes there? Nani mono da. But it can be used in the second person or in the third person. It literally means who is it? So if you're playing like an old school Japanese RPG and you see a text box on the screen that says who is it? You can be sure that in Japanese it was translated from the phrase "nani mono da," which is what this phrase is. "Nani mono da." I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I left behind a lot of items in my first. I'm a goofy dude who does crazy things like study stuff that doesn't make sense to him with obsessive tenacity, and as such, I spent the last 6 months studying Japanese pretty aggressively, and so yeah, I speak a little bit of it. Yeah, this is just me. I'm using video games to learn as well as like teach a lot of it to other people too. So this is easy. Their name actually is literally Goburin, goblin. Goblin. But yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna take these dudes out real fast. This is another potion. Potion wo tenireta. So let's just subete motte iku. Nani mono da. That's exactly correct. Good job. That is exactly correct. No, nani mono. Sorry, mono. Nani mono da. So nani is one word. Nani means what. Mono can mean thing or person, and da means is. So with a question mark, it's a question, obviously, because of the question mark. So it would mean what person is this? Subete motte iku means take it all. So we'll take it all, and then we'll owari, which means end. Takarabe ko ni wa potion ga haitte ita. Potion was inside. Tatakao these fellas. I forget how this battle system and all of that stuff works too, as far as like learning abilities and stuff like that. But I know that Final Fantasy IV is from afar. I've allowed myself to appreciate it a lot more. I played it as a teenager in high school when I like learned how to like emulate video games. But by that time I was kind of like already like jaded by some of the other stuff that I played, like Metal Gear Solid and GTA, later Final Fantasies. So being that I was kind of like jaded by those, I didn't really it didn't really hit how it should have. But like looking back, I'm like, no, this is really like a really good story. Like he goes through this, it starts off with him like committing like sins in the name of the king, and he's already in a state of sensei. I don't think that said sensei, but I also think it did say sensei, so I'm not sure. I wonder if that means we got a preemptive attack on these dudes. I think it does, because we're getting a lot of moves before they're doing anything. I always lose track of what I'm saying, but suffice to say, this is one of the good Final Fantasies. Cecil goes on his journey of redemption. Takaraba ko ni wa tento ga haitte ita. A tent was inside. Tento. Potion. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy IV. So I'm gonna save before I fight this goofy boss, because this is very much not like a for fun. I mean, it's not very much not for fun. It's for fun. I want to have fun, but I don't want to get game overs and have to go back through stuff. This is mostly for the purpose of teaching and learning Japanese. So I'm going to be using save states. I hope that doesn't make anybody too raw. They made a complete upgrade in graphics. Yes, most games from the 80s do not look how they used to look in the 80s. As you will find out as you continue your life. Sugu ni tachi saru no desu. Sugu ni tachi saru no desu. So here's an example of what I was referring to. I'm going to talk about this while I get to the next part of my spreadsheet. No des is a way of saying it is the case of whatever you preceded that with. Like I said, so you could either say akainda or atsuinda, which means it's a case that it's hot. Or you could say atsui no if you're a woman, which means the same thing. Or if you're an invisible mist monster, you would say atsui no desu, which means the same thing once again. But he's not saying atsui no desu. He's saying, what was it? Suguni tachisaru no desu, which I don't know what that means. So let's see if we can find that. I am on my spreadsheet. Okay, I found it. So yeah, they have some text here for if I was to go back into the town and talk to people after the fact, but I'm not going to do that. Sugini Tachu. Okay, here it is. I found it. Thank y'all for being patient. So we're going to copy all of this. And that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff happening coming up here soon. Okay, so this is where we are, right? Oh yes, Suguni Tachi Saru no desu, which means he's telling them to leave. It's the case that they should leave. Gomen nasai. Sai is a SAI, not just E or not just I, but very good. Also there's Gomen nasai. I think there's two N's in the way that it's written in Japanese. But if you type, I'm sure if you type Gomen nasi into Google Translate, it will correct you into the right thing and it will understand what you're saying, because Google Translate is not horrible. Some purist would probably say, oh, never use Google Translate. It's terrible and it changes what you're saying completely. I've had way more success with Google Translate than I've had failure. So he's telling them, Suguni tachisaru no desu. So he's saying, turn back now. You're very welcome. Kane is talking. Kono koe no nushi ga. I think he's saying this voice is the source of this voice. Genju nanoka. No, he's saying nanoka. He's saying, is it the source of the? Oh, thank you. Thanks for the bits, JC. Appreciate you. He's saying this voice, is it coming from the mist? And we get into another fight. So we're not quite to the boss yet. I'm pretty sure the boss is like one step above where I'm at right now. So it's actually kind of crazy that I got into this little fight here. Yeah, Final Fantasy has came a long way. Uh, 52 Giru Teni the top. 123 no Kei Kenchi o Oeta. Kei no wa Rebu Appu datta. Rebu ga agatta. Which means his level raised. Because Kane gained the level. Rebu ga agatta. Agatta is past tense of ageru, which is to raise. But you have the transitive and intransitive versions of the word. We're not going to get off into that. But you have ageru and you have agaru. Something agaru, agaru itself, or ageru being transitive means it's to be raised by something else. So ageru requires a direct object. Agaru does not. So his level is not a direct object. His level is what's doing the raising itself. So that would be agaru. I said we wouldn't spend too much time on it, and we did. Beran no mono desu ne. So this is the Mist Monster talking again. People of Baron, you're people of Darren, aren't you? And so Kane uses another one of my favorite phrases, which is dareda. which is who is that? Koko de hiki kae seba kigai wa kuwae masen sokoku hiki kae su no desu. Let's paste that on into the translator and see what he's saying. You can hear the music has definitely become a little bit more. First of all, it's become a little bit more of a bop. Second, it's become a little bit more urgent. So this is Koko de hiki kae seba kigai wa kuwae masen. If you turn back here, you will not be harmed. I will not harm you. Sokoku hiki kae su no desu. Turn back immediately. And he's not asking nicely. It's not asking nicely. I don't want to misgender the monster because sugata o misenaika. What does that mean? I feel like I should know that one. I can't see the sugata. Sugata o misenaika. Oh, show yourself. No, will you show yourself? The ka makes the question, but he's I don't think he's asking nicely either. I think he's definitely saying show yourself with this exclamation mark on here. Sugata o misenaika. Hiki kae su kiwa nai no desu ne. He's like, so you won't turn back? And so I can say hai, which means yes, or iie, which means no. We ain't no punks, but we are gonna save state again. So I can say yes, I'll turn back, and I'll literally take a step back. What's up, Gotti? Or I can say iie, and we will continue forward and get into this boss fight. So like I said, we ain't no punks, so we're gonna get into this. No. Okay. Well, I guess there's a double negative at play. Or something. Kono bonmu no yubi wa o mistu no mura made todoke nakute wa naranai nda. Cain is saying it's necessary that we deliver this bomb ring to the Mist Village. Kono bonmu no yubi wa. That's this bomb ring. O makes it a direct object. Mistu no mura made. Mistu no made. Mistu no mura. Mura means village. Mistu no mura is Mist Village. Mistu no mura made. Todoke nakute wa naranai nda. So that nda at the end of this nda, I'll point to it. Nda is the same as the no desu that the monster keeps using. It basically just makes it kind of a little bit more imperative, or like adds like a little bit of emphasis. So he's saying todoke nakute. He's saying we have to deliver this bomb ring to the Mist Village. Kono bonmu no yubi wa. Naraba shikata arimasen. Cain says kiri ga atsumaru. Kiri is mist. The kiri ga atsumaru. The mist is gathering. And surely the mist is going to gather and it's going to turn into this monster we're about to fight, and we're going to kick his ass. So if you know anything about Final Fantasy games, you know that the Hironobu Sakaguchi designs all of the first boss fights with a phase where you do not fight, or where you do not attack. So when the mist monster disperses, we are not going to attack him. We're just going to sit here and just talk and hang out. So feel free to hype up my chat while I do that. I'm going to jump with Cain. I'm also going to do some Ankoku with Cecil. Ankoku is darkness, dark arts. He's going to sacrifice some health to do some big damage to this dude. But he only does 20 damage. Doragon. Doragon. I should have knew that one. Spent too long on it. But yeah, so this is that non-doing stuff phase. Can't touch him until he comes back together. If we try to attack him, I'll show what happens. If we try to attack him while he's missed, he's going to do damage to us. And not only that, it's going to miss. Tsumeteru kuri. So yeah, we don't want to do that. And I think Kane is giving us a lecture about trying to Jitai, or yeah, he's giving us an explanation about attacking him while he's in the mist form. My lights behind me are on a timer that I no longer need, so they're gonna gradually come on. I'm gonna put a stop to that while we're waiting for this to finish going down. Here we go, lights off. Okay, Tatakao. Tatakao. I might want to use a potion o tsukurimasu on Kane. I don't want him to miss out on some of this experience. And potions come a dime a dozen, so I don't really have to be too conservative with them. I think the monster might go to mist one more time. I'm gonna jump with Kane. Hopefully I can beat this dude before he goes to mist again. Yeah, there we go. Out of here. Smoked. Misted. That's a joke. Alright, so we killed the mist monster. I'm gonna change some settings too. I think this is my settings. So, okay, so this makes my audio stereo. We definitely want that. Right? No. This is my, sorry, this is my, this is the ATB style. This is Weito, and this is, Akutibu. So this is wait and active for ATB style. This is the speed, Bairusu, no. Battle speed. Okay, we're gonna leave that where it is. Back to the battle message. Battle message. But I don't know which way is short. Hayai, and osoi. So yeah, we're gonna make the battle messages osoi, which means slow. Sound. Okay, sound is already in stereo. Yeah, we want stereo, so it's already in stereo. Ronto, no, controller. We don't want to mess with that. Shinguru, or I don't know what that is either. I don't want to mess with that. I think that's how many people are playing. Nomaru and custom. Okay, controllers normal and custom. This is a single and Marute. I think this is if I want to somehow play multiplayer. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with that either. Kairuichi. No, Kaisoruichi. I don't know what that is. Modosu and Kyoku. I don't know what that is. I don't want to mess with that. But this is the window color. The last thing at the bottom is the window color. We're not going to mess with that. Actually, yes we will. Because we're going to make this mine. Yeah. Somewhere in here. I think we're gonna go with this one. This is the save. So we'll go ahead and save. We'll save a couple times because there's only one viewer right now, Jalen. I don't know if Jay Gotti's gonna see your shout out, but I see your shout out, and I appreciate your shout out. Uh, how long we got? Okay, I will. I'll do this village segment because this is interesting stuff. So we're in the Mist no Mura, the Mist Village. Take a few steps forward. Music's all happy-go-lucky. Yeah, we're just here to drop off this mist bomb ring. I don't know if that sounds ominous or not to someone who has never played the game or not. Like, we're delivering this mist bomb ring to this village. But having it, seeing it in effect is like, or like knowing what's going to happen makes it sound like, what did you think was going to happen, Cecil, whenever you get to this town? I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but so he says, Yubi waga hikaru. So he's saying the mist ring is glowing. Or the ring. And yeah. Uh, これは、そのために僕らは、ここまで、Let's pick that apart real fast. So okay, so this is all battle text, but I'm not gonna. I appreciate this being here, but we're not going to dwell on it at all. Dang, so what the heck? Okay. Okay, so here's all this text. So we're gonna get through this second segment, or however far I can get. I'm just gonna spend like 2 hours on it, 2 hours on this playthrough total, and then we will wrap it up. Hopefully I'm able to get through, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get through this little cutscene of what's about to happen here, or what is happening. So I just pasted all of this text. I have to go back up so that I can oh, I went too far. Oh, this is the Mist Monster talking. Here's battle text. Okay. So here's where he said the mist ring, or the ring, is glowing. And Bomogotsuku. Let me see what he's saying so I can. Korewa. So that's Kane saying, what is this? What's this? And then so Cecil saying, is this why we were sent here? Or I think he's saying, so this is why we were sent here. Kono mura o yaki wa rau tame. To burn this village. Okay, yeah, Tame. Tame is 2. So this is Tame. This kanji right here is Tame. Or basically like for the reason of. Okay, so this is the reason why we're here. So this village, we were sent here to burn this village. Nazeda. Why? So that's him saying, why? Baron O, which is King of Baron. I think this is an onomatopoeia to indicate the green-haired person at the top of the screen is crying. It's like in arewa. He's like, what's going on over there? Arewa. Onnanoko. Onnanoko means girl. So this is onnanoko. That means girl. You will most often see that written out in kanji than you will see it written out in hiragana. But onnanoko regardless means girls. Okasan no dragon ga shinjatta kara. Okasan mo. So basically she's saying mom's dragon died, so mom also ... and then she goes back to crying. And then so Kane just says exclamation mark. And then Kane says, Soyueba kita koto ga aru. Kita koto ga aru. I've heard of this type of thing before. Is what Kane is saying. Mamono o yobidasu chikara o motsumono. Chikara o motsumono. Tashika shukanshi. He's saying people with magic powers, magical yobidasu. He's talking about, I think he's saying somehow the girl's dragon or the girl's mom and the dragon that we just defeated were, let me see. So soyu eba kita koto ga aru. That literally means I've heard of this type of thing. And then mamono, summoners. People who have the ability to, those who have the power to call monsters. Yeah, so that's what that is. Mamono o yobidasu chikara. Okay, so let's pull this whole sentence apart. Mamono o yobidasu. So that's summoning monster. Chikara, power. Chikara is power. So again, I said earlier, you can make anything, you can make any clause into an adjective. So basically, so what he's doing is just that. He's saying the chikara, which is referring to the mamono yobidasu. So yobidasu chikara, the calling monster power, then that becomes the direct object of, the chikara becomes the direct object of the verb that comes next, which is motsu, which means to have. And then so in turn, that whole thing becomes a clause to describe the last thing in the sentence, which is mono. So that's basically the mono who have the chikara to summon magical monsters. This is one of the ways in which Japanese can be very confusing at first, but starts to make sense the more time you spend with it. So he's basically saying the mono who have the chikara to call monsters. That's how that works. So follow my mouse as I pull that apart for you. Tashika shu kanshi. That I don't know what that means. Tashika sho kanshi. So basically he's called them what they are, summoners. Shokanshi, summoners. And the seashore says, Masaka boku tachi ga ano dragon o taushita kara kono hahaoya mo. So he's saying we killed this girl, we killed that dragon. So this person's mother, or this girl's mother, Masuka boku tachi ga ano dragon o taushita kara kono hahaoya mo. So this girl's mother also, they shy away from the tougher verbs. So she's hearing what we're saying, and she's gonna back up. She's like, Ja oni-chan tachi ga okasan no dragon o. So she's saying, you two big brotherly figures, basically you two older than me guys, mom's dragon. And then she just ends it off with like a direct object marker to indicate that the direct object, we did the verb to the mom's dragon, which we know what the verb is. We killed it. Masaka kimi no ka-san o koroshite shimau koto ni Naruto Naruto wa which he's saying so he's saying there's no way that we would kill your mom. And Kane is focusing on the girl. Kane is like, do yara heika wa kono mura no shokanshi o zenmetsu sa seru tame ore tachi o koko made. Ore tachi o koko made. I don't know what Kane is saying, so let's paste that in here too. Okay, so Kane is saying apparently the king sent us here to annihilate the summoners in this village. And then Cecil says "Nante koto da," which is like what kind of booty is that? Probably not. But kind of, sort of. Yeah, basically, yeah. He's like, huh? And Kane says, "Kawaii so daga, kono ko mo yara neba nara yo dana." So Kane is pretty sure Kane is playing with the idea that the girl also, we must also. Pretty sure Kane just got dark. Oh yeah. So kawaii so daga. Kono komo yara neba naran yo dana. That's Kane saying, I'm sorry, but I think we have to kill this child too. And so I'm pretty sure Cecil's gonna interject on that. He's gonna say, Kane. And then Kane says, yara neba ore tachi ga yarareru. If he's saying, if we don't kill her, then the king will kill us. And then Cecil says, "Kodomo dazo." So he's like, she's just a child. And then Kane says, "Heika ni sakaraeru ka." And so I think he's asking, so are you gonna disobey the king? Yeah, are you gonna go against your majesty? And then Cecil comes back and says, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Cecil says, Konna satsuriku o sorihen shite, made heika ni shitagau ki wa nai. So basically he's saying, I have no intention of disobeying the king, but I'm not gonna kill this girl, basically is what he's saying. And Kane says, soyu to omottaza. I figured you'd say that kind of thing. Hitori de beran o nukeru nante saseya shinai ze. So he's saying, I won't make you return to the king alone. And Cecil's gonna say, Kane. Ikura heika ni onga aru to wa ie. Ryu kishi no nani hajiru mane o dekiru wake wakaro. The only thing I picked up from there is Ryu Kishi, which is Dragon Knight. So let's paste this whole thing in there and see what they're saying into my magical translation tool. The translation is nonsense, so we're gonna skip ahead. Dekiru wake na karo. Ja Kane, omae mo. He's like, you also Kane. Daga beran wa Sakai Ichi no ouch. My cat is clawing her way up my leg for whatever reason. Gunji koku. Ore tachi futari ga we together ikigata tokoro de do ni mo narumai. Let's translate this whole segment. Baron is the #1 military country in the world. It doesn't matter where the two of us are exiled to. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Okay. He's saying we'll have to ask other countries for help. And Rosa mo sukui da santo. And then Cecil says, arigato, Kane. And Kane says, Betsuni omae no tame janai sa. He's like, I'm not doing this for you. I have my own reasons. So they yada. All right, we can skip through some of this. Sa koko wa kikenda. Bokura to isho ni. Cecil's telling her to come with them. And she says, iya. Onanoko, iya. She says, no. So Kane's gonna push Cecil out of the way and says, Yamu en muriyari demo. The Onanoko says, Chikayo ranai de. Chikado yanai. Don't come any closer. Matte kure. She says, get away. Moya. And then she says, minna dai kirai. I hate everyone. I hate everything. And so she's gonna. So I'm not about to fight her. I will defend. Jishin. That appears to be earthquake. We totally survived that earthquake, so whatever they're about to do here is a lie. Okay, so I'm pretty much caught up to where I was last time. I ended off my stream, the stream before last, where I played this exactly right here. So I will wrap it up right here. I think Cecil and this girl are going to do some bonding on the next episode. But I'm going to try to get through everything that comes after here pretty fast so that we can carry on with the plot. I would like to beat this game in Japanese on stream. I think that would be a major accomplishment and a thing very much worth flexing. One viewer who is here right now, I appreciate you hanging out. Let's see if I can wrap it up in 14 seconds. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm really enjoying translating Japanese video games. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Y'all stay peaceful, stay safe, and stay warm out here.